Hello and welcome. Let's start with second type of tense, that is past tense. Let us start with the introduction. Past tense is used to express something that happened in the past. Sometimes past tense is also referred as simple past tense. For example, we stayed in a hotel. You can see here the past participle of the verb stay is used in this example. There are four types or four aspects of past tense. The first one is simple past tense, second is past continuous, third is past perfect, and the fourth one is past perfect continuous. Let us start with the first one, that is simple past tense. The simple past tense is a verb tense that describes things that occurred or existed before now. The simple past tense describes that you are talking about something that has already happened. The simple past tense highlight that the action is finished. For example, Tiger Gang entered a hula hoop contest. He won the silver medal. We can also apply the simple past to describe about a past state of being, such as the way someone felt about something. This is usually expressed with the simple past tense of the verb to be and an adjective, noun, or prepositional phrase. For example, Tiger Gang was proud of his hula hoop victory. For formulating a regular verb into its past tense, generally ed is added to the original form of the verb. But if the verb already ends with an e, then just add a d to the original form of a regular verb. For example, push becomes pushed, play becomes played, listen becomes listened. Things get more complicated for irregular verbs. The simple past tense of some irregular verbs looks absolutely like original form. For example, cut remains cut, put remains put, and hit remains hit. Now, there are following types of sentences. The first one is affirmative sentence. The structure for an affirmative sentence is subject plus verb in the past form plus object. For example, for singular subject, Rahul went for movie yesterday. For plural subject, they went for the movie yesterday. Structure for the negative sentence is subject plus did not plus verb plus object. Example for singular, Rahul did not go for the movie yesterday. For plural subject, they did not go to the movie yesterday. Moving towards the third type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence, let's see its structure. Did plus subject plus verb plus object. Example for singular subject, did Rahul go for the movie yesterday? Example for plural subject, did they go to the movie yesterday? Please go through the table on your screen which is showing you common regular and irregular verbs and look at their conjugation in the simple past tense for your better understanding. Now let us look at another aspect of past tense, which is past continuous tense. This type of past tense is used to define an event or occurrence that is ongoing or continuing in the past. The past continuous tense, also called as the past progressive tense, which express an action or state that was occurring at some point in the past. For example, the star was shining every night that summer. It can also be used to express something that was occurring continuously in the past when another action interrupted it. For example, she was making dinner when I arrived. The past continuous can also shed light on what was happening at a particular time in the past. For example, at 8 o'clock she was eating dinner. Also, please take the caution. However, the irregularities are few. Not every verb is fit to express a continuous action. Certain verbs can't be applied in the past continuous tense. For example, the verb to arrive. Look at the example. At noon, she was arriving. This sentence is incorrect. The correct sentence is at noon, she arrived. To formulate the past continuous tense, we combine the past tense of the verb to be with the verb's present participle. Now let us look at affirmative sentence of past continuous tense. Its structure is subject plus was or were plus verb with ing plus object. Example for singular. She was watching TV when you called her. Example for plural. They were watching TV when you called them. Look at negative sentence. Structure is subject plus was or were plus not plus verb with ing. For singular, she was not watching TV when you called her. For plural, they were not watching TV when you called them. Moving to interrogative sentence, the structure is was or were plus subject plus verb with ing. Example for singular. Was she watching TV when you called her? Example for plural. Were they watching TV when you called them? Now, let us look at the third aspect, which is past perfect tense. This type of tense is used to express an event in the past that has been completed. For example, we were playing table tennis at the club. This tense refers to a non-continuous activity that was already completed in the past. Such sentences are created by using the simple past form of the auxiliary verb to have, followed by the past participle form of the verb. The past perfect tense is used for determining about something that occurred before something else. Let's see when to use the past perfect tense. Now we shall discuss what's the difference between past perfect and simple past. When we are talking about some point in the past and want to tell about an event that occurred even earlier, by using the past perfect, we can convey the sequence of events. It's also clearer and more specific. Now consider the difference between these two sentences. The first one is, we were relieved that Thomas used washable paint. Sentence number two, we were relieved that Thomas had used washable paint. It's a precise or fine difference, but the first sentence doesn't tie Thomas's act of using washable paint to any particular moment in the time. Readers might understand it as, we were relieved that Thomas was in the habit of using washable paint. Whereas in the second sentence, the past perfect makes it simple and understandable that we are talking about a certain instance of using washable paint. Also, when we are expressing a condition or a result, then also we use past perfect tense. For example, if he had woken up earlier this morning, he would have caught Rohan red handed. In the part of the sentence, the if clause explains the condition, so here the past perfect is used. Please note that most frequent reason to write a verb in the past perfect tense is to describe that it occurred before other actions in the same sentence that are expressed by verbs in the simple past tense. Also, writing a complete paragraph with every verb in the past perfect tense is uncommon. When not to use the past perfect tense. Don't apply the past perfect when you are not trying to convey some sequence of events. If your friends asked what you did after you found the graffiti, they would be confused if you said, I had cleaned it off the door. They would probably be wondering what happened next, because using the past perfect indicate that your activity of cleaning the door occurred before something else happened. But you don't say what that something else is. The something else doesn't always have to be specially mentioned, but context requires to make it obvious. There's no context in this case, so the past perfect doesn't apply. To formulate the past perfect tense, the formula is had plus the past participle of the verb plus object. For affirmative sentence, the structure is subject plus had plus verb plus object. Example for singular, she had played chess. Example for plural, they had played chess. For negative sentence, the structure is subject plus had plus not plus verb plus object. Example for singular, she had not played chess. Example for plural, they had not played chess. For interrogative sentence, the structure is had plus subject plus verb plus object. Example for singular, had she played chess? Example for plural, had they played chess? Please go through the table on your screen which is showing you common regular and irregular verbs and look at their conjugation in the past perfect tense for your better understanding. Now we are moving towards the fourth and the last aspect of past tense, which is past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense describes an action that started in the past, continued up until another time in the past. Unlike the present perfect continuous, which expresses an action that started in the past and continued up to the present, the past perfect continuous is a verb tense that indicates something that started in the past, continued in the past, and also ended at a described point in the past. For example, she had been drinking milk out of the carton when mom walked into the kitchen. Example 2. He had been working at the company for 5 years when he got promotion. Please note that when, for, since, and before are the words that you may see used alongside the past perfect continuous tense. For example, Maya had been walking 3 miles a day before she broke her leg. Example 2. The series that was terminated had been working well since 1945. To formulate the past perfect continuous tense, the formula is had been plus the present participle of the verb, that is, verb with ing plus object. For affirmative sentence, the structure is subject plus had been plus verb with ing plus object. Example for singular, she had been playing chess all morning. Example for plural, they had been playing chess all morning. For negative sentence, the structure is subject plus had plus not been plus verb with ing plus object. Example for singular, she had not been playing chess all morning. Example for plural, they had not been playing chess all morning. For interrogative sentence, the structure is had plus subject plus been plus verb with ing plus object. Example for singular, had she been playing chess all morning? Example for plural, had they been playing chess all morning? With this, we conclude our past tense. Thank you for watching.